Over the recent period of lockdown, Joe and I watched the political satire mockumentary series Parks and Recreation. It's become one of my favorite television shows of all time. The sitcom takes a look at small-town government following the career of Leslie Knope, a politician trying to do the right thing in the face of a lot of pressure to do the opposite. Leslie's nemesis is councilman and local dentist Jeremy Jam. In Series 6, Jam puts forward a bill called the Clean Water Bill, which by its name you'd assume was something good. The measure he proposed would prohibit adding anything to the city's water supply, including fluoride. How convenient for a dentist. Jam's bill came on the heels of another bill proposed by Leslie, which would merge two water authorities and give the city fluoride in its water for the first time in its history. Councilman Jam appeared on a local television talk show to persuade people of his bill.
Councilwoman Leslie Knope wants to put fluoride, which is a chemical, into your drinking water. You know what else is a chemical? Strychnine. And cyanide.
What?
And dirt, and rust, and even broken glass.
Exactly. You definitely understand what chemicals are, Pert.
Leslie frets, wondering how she'll counteract Jam's fear-mongering. She's sure whatever she does won't make a difference.
It's not going to make a difference. I can't beat them. All I have on my side is facts and science. And people hate facts and science.
I found myself laughing at this, uncomfortably. The scene hit a little too close to home. For in the real world, at the same time, a lot of people are rejecting facts and science. Instead, folk are navigating this pandemic by their feelings. In the past few months, I've watched people on social media post about the coronavirus pandemic as if it were some joke or a stunt. They say, "Now, I don't doubt there's a virus out there. I just don't think it's as big of a deal as people are saying." Something doesn't feel right about what they're seeing and hearing on the news. It doesn't match what they've come into contact with and seen themselves. Their instincts tell them it can't be that bad. Elected officials whitewashing and outright lying about the threat of COVID-19 has fostered doubt, too. Politicians have designed misinformation to elicit certain emotions, to make people feel things are under control, to believe others' response is just a big overreaction. And that's a relief. It's what we want to hear, even though facts and science might tell us otherwise. We want to believe what makes us feel better. People hold their gut instincts in high regard. We often trust our intuition as some sort of native intelligence, deeply connected, as if someone or some force is trying to tell us something. In some cases, our instincts trump conscious reasoning. We believe we know things innately. And for people of faith, maybe that we know something about God. But here's where we must be careful. We don't comprehend the ways of God because we feel like God does. We feel like ourselves. Just as we don't understand things about microorganisms or indeed any other organism through a sixth sense, we don't know the things of God that way either. We could have feelings about phenomena, but they, of course, will be shaped by our own experience and habits. Jesus tells his disciples to learn a lesson from the fig tree. He directs them to look outside themselves. As soon as its branch becomes tender and puts forth its leaves, you know that summer is near. Nature's designs and displays, when studied, reveal something worth knowing, he says. We needn't be clairvoyant. We need not rely on others to tell us. We can see for ourselves the signs of the times. During Advent, the Church urges folk towards self-examination, an interior journey of discovery, and yes, I plan to look inward into my own life this season, but I also plan to look somewhere else. I'm going to strive to listen to the voice unknown and elsewhere, beyond my own understanding and comfort. We might feel we know what's happening, where God is and what the future holds. But Jesus told his disciples, no one knows. No one. Not even the angels in heaven, not even the Son. The knowledge of God's appearance is not embedded into our human psyche. It isn't something we can intuit. Instead, Jesus tells us to keep awake, to keep alert, to observe what's going on outside ourselves.